And number 16, no, I think it was 15 or something like that.
Now we answered the 15.
Okay.
For question number 15, we make it letter B. 15 must be letter B. We need to know why. Let's think and prove it. Number one, here we have subject, and then we have comma. We need second comma to make it non-essential to describe the program. And then after the second comma, we have the complement accepted and enabled here for compound predicate. So what is
Hmm.
the structure? So the structure like that: subject, comma, non-essential information, comma, verb, complement, full stop, correct. So here, for example, before calling, it's not complete sentence, this part. If you remember last time, the rules of calling, before it must be sentence, after it must be explanation. But this is part is fragment. Fragment because there is no verb. Ideal program subject only. So before calling is wrong, right?
Right.
For letter D, we have big troubles. We have comma, but we don't have second comma. This part can be between parentheses, no problem. We delete it. But if you put comma here for the positive information, you need second comma. We don't have it, so it is B is wrong. Here is the same. We have comma. We don't have second comma. So he is wrong. We saw the rules for non-essential, two commas, two dashes, two parentheses, but not different punctuation or lack punctuation. So it's a letter B is the best answer. So always follow the rules, you will find it correct. Number 16, you make it B. No, try again. Can read.
Hmm. Okay.
Let's follow the rules. Follow the rule.
The-
Before calling, it must be complete. I must take this information like that and check is this sentence or fragment. To know it's a sentence or fragment, you must delete all the phrases, all the relative clauses, all the non-essential. Here we have preposition phrase delete. So we will find that example subject and then verb, but we don't have complete thought. This part only before calling. So before calling, it's not complete sentence. So don't care about the rest because you have a mistake already. So B is wrong, right?
Right.
Good job. Before semicolon, it must be complete. Okay, take it from the beginning to the end to the semicolon.
Hmm.
Is a sentence? Yes. Subject, verb, and then complement. Example is Death Valley, comma, where California. It's a complete sentence. But after semicolon, it must be a complete sentence. So this is the rules. Semicolon, complete, complete. And as I told you, sentence means simple, complex, compound, any type of sentence. If you look here after deleting the phrase, you will not find the verb. You have subject only. So it's a fragment. So after semicolon, it's a fragment, so we have a problem. So it's wrong. Let's follow the rules. Before single dash must be complete, and after it must be explanation. It's similar to calling. It checks the rule. Before complete, yes. After single dash or calling, we don't care to be sentence or not. It can be fragment. But is it explanation? I must check the meaning. Yes, it's explanation for the Death Valley, the lowest spot in North America. Could be surprising news. As I told you, after single dash or calling, to expect surprising news, shocking news, pause in thought, break in style, or tone, or explanation, or list like calling. That just means here, letter C, it's correct. But wait, we need to check the answer. This is comma for the place and state, exit and state. But how about this part? This part between princess. Okay, but we need second prince. So what is the princess? You don't have. What is second? You don't have, so these are to catch.
Mm.
Now, Omar, do you understand?
Yes.
That is correct. Number 17. 17, you make it C. No, my friend. Let's read again.
Okay. Is it B?
Letter B. No. Omar, try yes to memorize the rules. What is the rules? Title, name. We don't need punctuation. Name, title, we can use two commas. Here he said sculpture title and the name. So we don't need punctuation in this part. So without thinking A and B, wrong. Because it's a mistake. I find the mistake, don't care about that. Now go to letter C, you will find the comma after the apostrophe S. Okay, but this is a position. The work endless column off. So we don't need comma. But this means this comma is not necessary. So letter D, the best answer. Good job. Common mistake. Number 18. Number 18, you make it D, but no, my friend. Try again.
Mm. Okay. So see?
I think it's letter C, but it must be letter A.
Mm.
We follow the rules. What's that? If you found the information between two dishes, delete it and read the sentence. If you found the sentence complete in meaning, and there is no any mistake, so you need to dash. So delete this part and delete. Allergists have found subject verb, as you know, noun clause, and then the object as clause. Children from large families typically have fewer. So it's a complete sentence from the beginning to the end. That means this is additional information from the writer to the reader to emphasize, to focus on, to attract attention to the details of it. Catch it? Like here, particular, the younger members. Yeah, just like to focus on the younger members. So that means you need two similar dishes. Two similar dishes. That means A, it's a correct. But wait, we need to prove. For letter B, you can use comma, but we need second comma because it's non-essential. So one comma is wrong. Here is the same mistake. One comma and we need second comma. Wrong. For letter D, if you are confusing between I need one dash or two dashes, follow the rules. Single dash equals calling. So it must be a complete sentence. And then after it, explanation. Now take the information before it. This part. Is it complete sentence or fragment? Fragment. Children from large families and stop. Children subject. Where is the verb? You stop. So that means it's a fragment. So the information before it, fragment, that means wrong. So let it be wrong. That means you need to dashes for emphasized information. That's why always follow the rules. Number, you make it see? No, my friend. Let's go to the next. Try again.
Mm. Mm. Sorry. Mm.
Let's be sure.
Mm.
Let's prove it. You think it's a letter A, but letter A is correct. But always be confident about the rules. I told you sometimes, such as not followed by any bank equation. And I will send it to the inshallah the notes. But any mistake, memorize the reason. Such as like including to introduce examples. But always follow the rules. Before calling, it must be complete. So I take it from the beginning to the end. Is that is complete sentence? It has subject, teachers, and the verb ask, but the meaning is not complete. Why? Because you said such as and you stopped. Such as what? You should complete the examples. So that means B and C wrong because the same. Look, the meaning is not complete. With comma or without comma is not complete. So let's go to the next. Here, such as between two commas, can we delete it as non-essential? You will not
Mm.
find the meaning. What is the relation between examples and this one? You need like, including, such as. So that means we cannot that means such as. But common rules like such as or the word like, the word including, not followed by any punctuation, except if we have non-essential information like that, such as, comma, non-essential, comma, and then the examples. So between such as and examples, we can use non-essential, but here we don't have non-essential. This example itself. See? So what is the non-essential between the examples and such as? So you don't need comma. So it is wrong. That's why. So to know essential or non-essential, delete between the two commas. Let's follow the rules. Number 20. 20, you make it A, but no, my friend. Read again.
Okay. دي.
Letter D.
Yes.
I'd like you to be sure. Let's prove together why C correct. Always follow the rules. Before semicolon, is it sentence? We need to find subject and verb. These allow the ends to carry out a peculiar activity. Correct. But wait, after semicolon, it must be Omar, it means necessary, no options. After semicolon, we have a problem. It's a fragment. How? Delete the phrases. Infinitive phrase, preposition phrase, preposition phrase. Now check the rest. The rest of the information. Does the rest have subject and verb? No. Why? Because this is subject only. Because the gerund can be subject. So there is no verb. Because this is phrases. Phrases, Omar, do not contain any subject or verb. So this lacks verb. So it's a fragment. So is wrong. Letter B, it checks rules. Checks rules. Before the single dash, this part, as you know, is it complete? Yes. After explanation. Yeah, explanation for the peculiar activity. What's the peculiar activity? Farming. But we have a problem with the comma. We don't need it. Why should I separate farming from methods? Because this is information, object. So this is comma unnecessary. So B is wrong. For letter C, follow the rules before calling complete after explanation to tell you more about the activity. And if there is no any mistake. Look. Letter D, wrong. Why? Letter D is wrong. But you should memorize. Complete sentence, comma, a positive phrase that is structured correct. This is structure what? Correct. A positive like additional information to describe something. That is correct. Look, complete sentence, comma, and then a positive information to describe the activity. But we have a problem with this comma. The apostrophe phrase must be correct. Not should not have any mistake. So this is comma, correct, because this is structure. But this comma, unnecessary. The same like letter B. If you found a mistake in letter B, it's the same. So don't care about this comma because you already have a mistake. So letter B is wrong. But this comma is correct, but this comma is wrong. So we follow the rules. Omar, do you remember the phrases in English? Did we revise?
Phrases.
Hmm?
Yes, a bit.
If it's a bit, we need to test here. Can you find any phrase in this part?
Phrases. Okay. Highly educated uh, till the military. The phrase.
You
Hmm?
are highly educated to the end.
Yes.
That phrase?
Yes.
No.
Hmm.
Find any phrase.
Hmm.
Well, no,
Okay.
sure. Let's revise the phrase. I will send you, inshallah, this booklet, and we need to revise something about the structure, phrase, and clauses. Number 6 phrase, here for 6-8. Let's go for 7. Very important to know the beginning and the ends of each phrase. Very important to have. Now let's know all of them and how do we use it in English. Here's a preview test. Let's give it now. Now Omar the phrase like a group of words. And remember again and again. Any phrase does not contain any subject or verb. Does not contain. That's why we delete the phrases from the sentence to check is this sentence or not. So now let's go to the kinds. Remember that prepositional phrase. Prepositional phrase, it's a phrase start with a preposition. So I must memorize all the prepositions in English. Yes or no?
Yes.
The problem, the end of the phrase. The beginning from the name, but the end. How can I know the end? Because I need to know the beginning and end. The end, it could be from full stop. So the full stop can tell you the end.
Hmm.
Or so I know it from to the end. This is preposition phrase.
Yes.
How about this example? The adverb can tell you the end. So the beginning at, the end pause. So the period. And the adverb can tell you the end.
Hmm.
Again, look, the comma. The comma. Why? Because the phrase at the beginning of the sentence. Look. So we call it in English introductory element before you start your sentence. So the comma can tell me the end. Look, the verb can tell me the end. Look, preposition phrase again. Of and the Pompey. So the verb can tell me the end. Look again, beneath preposition. So the full stop. Because it's list beneath lava, rocks, and ashes. So that means in this sentence, we have preposition phrase, of preposition phrase, beneath preposition phrase. What is left in sentence? City, whispered. City subject, whispered verb, and complete meaning. So it's a sentence. So you have to use corrective punctuation like full stop. So the end, beginning and end. So you must know more about preposition, especially compound preposition, like according to uninspired of compound. Again, of. Next to compound preposition phrase, of preposition phrase, I delete it. What is the subject and verb? Verb and subject. So the subject after verb, yes, it's called inverted order, no problem. It depends on the style of writing. Again, at the museum, preposition phrase. Look, I found another preposition. So the other preposition can tell you the end of the preface. So we have to delete both of them to know the subject and verb. So meet verb, and I'm talking to you as an order or command. So meet us. So you hidden subject or understood subject. We have a common trap called compound noun. Sometimes a compound noun can have or may have a preposition phrase like that, but all of it noun. So don't delete this part and keep all of it. And this one, so all of it noun, not preposition phrase, but like a coincidence to have a preposition phrase. This is called in English prepositional phrase. We are going to test you in modifier chapter about why do we have this phrase in this place to modify the word before. Members of
Mm,
the club want sweatshirt with another one. If you change the position of the phrases, you will have different meaning. Members with the club emblem want the sweatshirts of the club. The meaning is different. You said members with the club emblem. So maybe the members of other club change the meaning. Did you catch it? So every phrase modify noun before. If the phrase comes after noun or pronoun, we call it in English adjective prepositional phrase because adjective modifies noun or pronoun in language. Very important to know. Because in the test wall, it changes the order until you think. Think about meaning. Any order gives you meaning, but we need a specific meaning. And of course, we'll ask you according to the content of the paragraph. Let's go. Here, for example, are these the same meaning?
Same meaning. Yes.
That's right. But if you have both of them in one question, what is the best? Shortest. This is another style of writing, like keep it short as much as you can, but don't change the meaning. The same meaning. But the preposition phrase after what it modifies, no problem. And the compound now, no problem. Again, preposition phrase. Preposition phrase. Look, this preposition phrase is one modifies letter. Modifies letter. And the from modifies year. Try to change it. Here's a letter from Aunt Martha for you. Is the same meaning?
Mm, mhm.
The same meaning. Here's a letter from Aunt Martha for you. That means, Omar, sometimes if you change the order, you have the same meaning. Okay, no problem.
Mhm.
No problem. But if you change the meaning, if you change the phrase and you find different meaning, it's wrong. For example, look, preposition phrase. It modifies horse. Preposition phrase. It modifies trailer. Try to change the position, the horse, with the rusted latch. How? How? Horse
No. Same.
latch in the trailer. So the latch in the trailer, why it change? Does not make sense. That means must be like that. The horse in the place. The place with the rusted latch, as you know, clock. Clock. This is called the phrase in the correct place, but it's a preposition phrase. Here again, sometimes we can give you two answers like that. The same meaning, the
تمام.
light kitchen, this is phrase modifies light. The same meaning, but the shortest is the better. Effective language. The same meaning? Ah, yes, correct. The airport's in, no problem, because the phrase modifies airport and here modifies the airport, no problem. This is cool. But sometimes if you change the order, you make it not clear. Read preposition phrase to tell you where is the book.
Yes.
I don't know what it means.
في البوك.
So book of the table or book made from table or book similar to table. What's going on? I must check the right.
إيه.
Check. Remember, Omar, we don't test your logic or your knowledge or your memory. There must be something in the paragraph. If the writer describes a book that's similar to table, so it's a table book. So I must follow the style of the writing. Text. Don't use your knowledge. Evidence is a text. Now here we have examples at home you can revise and always ask yourself why is a phrase in this place? To modify something before. To tell you any information like when, where, how, why, anything. Any information. So revise at home. If the adverb phrase comes after verb, adjective, or adverb, we call it adverb because general English, the adverb modifies all of these. So Brittany answered. How did she answer? How?
Smile.
Time to tell you how. So any information to tell you when, where, how, what, to what extent, to what degree, it's adverb already because this is a jobs of adverb. Look, they sailed where across the line. Look, the adverb, I want to say the time. Look here, it tells you to what extent. So one of these. So that's it. But you must check, is it preposition phrase or not? The first, the beginning. Look, I stopped here because it's adverb. I stopped here because full stop. I stopped here because the subject of the sentence. I stopped here because,
Yes.
right. Here again, the same. This one it tells you you are good. You are good at tennis, but better at volleyball. If you change the meaning. So be careful. Look, the conjunction. Stop the phrase. It is wrong. So we have a lot. We have a common trap in the test like the adverb phrase, but not all, some of them. It can be used at the beginning or at the end because by all means it modifies the verb. So before the sentence like that or after the verb like that, both of them it's okay. But always follow the word that modifies like that. But this is always. But an adverb phrase may appear. So why? It depends on the writer. Why the writer gives the time before the sentence? Because the writer wants the reader to emphasize about the time of the action, not the action itself. But this is called linguistics, meaning don't care. But we care about this phrase in the correct place or not. Yes. Look again at the beginning followed by comma, at the end no commas. Very important, Omar, to know the uses of commas. So if the writer starts with a preposition phrase, he must use comma before start the sentence. But here we don't have comma because this is comma. It's optional if the phrase is short and does not confuse the reader. And we will study that later in the punctuation chapter. But you must know it now. If the phrase at the beginning, you can use comma. If the phrase does not confuse, how can I know? It's short, 2 words or 1 word. But in your test, you need comma before you start your sentence because the question will be longer, not short the clock or not short the phrase. So don't worry, we'll start it later. But check comma, the two difference. Let's find where is the preposition phrase after performance. Here's the preposition at the beginning. The preposition phrase modifies the performance. So did he complimented after the concert? Or the performance happened after the concert? Or after the concert he complimented? So we keep the phrase near to what it modifies. Why you keep it at the end? It's too long. We have word before the verb and the phrase. Look, phrase and the verb. We have this. So keep it to near. So after the concert. So the action happened after the concert. Because normally I should compliment after the performance. Not the performance happened after the concert. But that means the best place to be at the beginning. And the three, of course, here we have a lot of details about that. Look, preposition phrase to modify where the setting happened. Preposition phrase to tell you about where the setting happened or with whom or with who, as like. That's why. This is preposition phrase in English. This is the first phrase. We have exercises you can revise at home. You have a lot. And the job of it. All right. Now we'll go to the second kind of phrases. Verbals and the verbal phrase. From the name, it's a verbal. So it starts with a verb. But we need to know what means the participle first. Participle, as you know, in English, we have to present participle, verb plus ing. Past participle, as you know, can be followed by be or ed or a regular verb, as you know. Okay, but what is the function of the participle? Used as an adjective. It can be used as an adjective if it's followed by noun, like that. Look, here followed by noun. Here after the subject. Who was watching the clock? The coach. So it modifies noun. Here used as verb. This is a verb phrase. Look. Yeah, because the tense is continuous, past continuous, or past perfect continuous, whatever the tense is. Here it's an adjective to the cucumber. Cucumber which was peeled, not the cucumber peeled itself. Look in the middle to describe the noun before. The speaker was noun. The speaker who was noun. So that means it describes noun. It's called participle in English.